reporting and BI. So if you talk about payment, that's something you have to do. But reporting and BI is really a differentiator. When you go to a customer, they're running the business. How they run the business? They have to look into those reports, those KPIs. The KPI related to what's their margin? What's their margin for a product? This product, that product. Why am I having this product? Where do I place that product in my store? So we're going to talk about the BI. 2 takeaways. It's very easy. We have these out-of-box reports and BI's cubes available. One thing I want to say really clear here is the cube is the most important piece. That's the data. You can use cube to slice and dice data any way you want it. We can deliver 100 reports. They still may not satisfy what you want, what the customer needs. But you can use those simple tools to get to the cube, to get the data you needed, generate tables, and generate chart, very easy. I'm going to demonstrate today how you can do that. Second, not only using the existing cube, but also customize the cube. You can do that using AX. Once you've done that, because AX is like a database, there are all kinds of data in there. If not include the cube, add it to the cube. I will briefly, since timing-wise, I'm not going to do a full demo. I will briefly talk about the steps to do that. Agenda. I don't have to repeat this. You guys all know how important the BI is. One thing I want to point out is in AX, there's role center. It's a role-tailored UI. If you are a store manager, you see your report as a store manager. If you're a CFO, you're going to see different information out there. You also can use Excel, use SharePoint to build your report directly over there. Refresh your Excel reports. They can see in Excel, in the SharePoint, they can have any report that they want, or maybe even using the enterprise portal. We did quite a bit of enhancements as part of AX 2012. We have reports for merchandising, retail channels, stores, operation units. More important, we enhanced the sales cube. Role center. You guys probably already see this, and I'm not sure it's a sales track or list track. There's a role center defined. You can see your report here. Sales performance by retail categories. You want to know which product actually has a high margin. You want to sell more of that. That's the report. By product, by operating units. Interesting here is you see your outlet store, you're losing money. Negative 2 point something, something. Your mall store actually make more money. Give you the cost for different stores, give you the cost goods sold. As a store manager, you want to know which employee is a high performer. Go to the demo. So I don't know how much time I have left. I can open some existing reports. Oh, nice. Sorry, I have to log out from here. it's very easy actually to use Excel to get the data from the cube. It's more like 3 steps. The first thing is you need to let Excel to connect to the cube. You go to data. I might do a brand new one. Go to data. You select this SQL Server. This is SSAS. The database name. The cube. Sales cube. Let's review this a little bit. This is all the cubes shipped by AX 2012. There's an account payable cube, there's an account receivable cube, general ledger, wow, production, pretty much everything. Every function area, there is a cube. Add the retail cube. Let me change the name to then you can slice and dice the data now. I'm going to do it here. I will change to number formatting here. Currency. I'm adding the line amount, cost of goods sold. I'm adding margin percentage. I'm adding retail. This is all. So if you're familiar with BI, there are kind of 2 things in the BI. One is called measures. Measures are fact tables and also dimensions. Here, format the cell. You got a report. You want to see more? You can drill down. Don't wrap that. You can see more details. I have a report, I created it. This is for the retail category, retail channel. You also can do chart. So in this case, I'm doing amount by month. See, if I can do drill down, you see the chart actually changes. On this side here, it breaks to more details. Worth it to do that using Excel. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is my second demo for BI reporting is if the data you got for these measures and dimensions is not enough, what are you going to do? I'm going to show you how quickly you can customize. You go to AX. This is the AOT. First of all, you can add either a table or add a view. Let's say, in this scenario, I want to provide some more details on maybe the average basket size. We don't have that in the existing 2012. What you do, the first step is you define an AX view. So this is more like a drag and drop effort. You add this transaction table, you're adding this transaction sales trend table here, create a relationship, specify which fields you want to make available. The invoice ID, sales order ID, the total amount, anything you want. Also, you can do maybe the sum of the items, how many items in that transaction. Once you've done that, you go to a place in AS called perspective. This is the sales cube. You can see all the other cubes down here. There's general ledger cube and the customer cube. You add this view into this cube. Step number 3. You go to this Visual Studio project. You open this in Visual Studio. That's where it's more like the traditional way of defining measures, adding data source, defining measures associated with dimensions. You do that here. It takes a little bit of time to open. Once opened, first of all, you need to add that new view into the data source. Then you associate that view with, define that as a measure. Hopefully this thing opens. Here we go. In the data source, this is data source, data table, data view for all AS cubes. This is the kind of the underlying data structure. I guess, I don't know how to zoom, but there are, you see how many tables on the left side. What you do is, you can do add a new table. You select the table from the left side. Matter of fact, I already added here in this case, retail transaction view. I think I added it here. Yep, you add it to the right-hand side. Once you've done that, add a relation. This is from the retail transaction view. Oh, I haven't done that. You add a relationship to one of the existing objects. I have to repeat that. I saw that, done that already. Retail transaction view. Add it here. Okay. So this is the table, the SQL view we added here. Define relationship. New relation. You can connect to, you need to know the data structure a bit. You can connect it to the sales order ID, to this cost invoice journal. They have a column called sales order ID. Now you got the data source. Then you go to the actual cube. The sales cube. Open. You want to add a measure. Say I want to do this sum quantity. I want to average over time. Oh, I have to do that again. Now you got a brand new measure. Then you need to define the association to any existing dimensions. We're going to do the date dimension. Trans date. Save. Then you can process and deploy. Then you can use Excel to look at this data. Pretty simple. So that's the Excel report. This is the demo. This is the brief steps we do. Key takeaway again, out-of-box BN cubes and reports. And also you can customize cubes.